resolutions. They may not actually be resolutions that are binding to this General Assembly, but they are good, they are in such a way that they are good for the future of football, and we will quietly hand these resolutions over to the next administration to ensure that football wins, no matter whether Regendo is in this seat or not. Football must continue winning. So 8 years ago, my dedicated board and I held the reins of Ugandan football with service above self. What I mean has been, especially for the new people who have not been with us on this journey, we are the only board, I think, in Uganda that doesn't pick a salary, but we chose to come in. Those of you who remember around 2015, how this game had become a problem to everybody in this country. I think we had a league that had been split into two, that was not seeing eye to eye with the federation, and then we expected Uganda to support that kind of chaos. There's nobody. If you ask people, my friends, especially from SATIMES and others, like the other sponsor of ours, UBL, we do not want to support a chaotic situation. So we came in to make sure that all the sharp edges really speak to each other and speak to each other for the sake of Uganda. That was our mission. And we decided that we would do this because there was no money above self until we create value, and then everybody can start earning and they become happy. I remember I spoke to my friends in the press, and they were the most vicious. They were very good at furthering a wedge between the league and FUFA, because yes, that would sell copies, and I'm guilty since I used to come from River by that time. And so, but I said, if we keep killing this game, what else are you going to write about in the next coming years? Let us build together and from this product. None of us can be employed in government, none of us can probably go and start a factory, but we know we are exclusive, and that is the game of football. Let's support it, build an industry there, and all of us shall benefit from it. I'm very proud that 8 years later, my friends from the press have understood this. Most of them have their own media houses and platforms, and they are busy promoting the game. I really thank them. If I had the powers to command all of you, I would clap for members of the press for being very friendly, not because I'm part of them, but they understood the ideological orientation at that point that we needed to build this game. It's not about Mogogo or Gendo or anyone else. It's about making sure that we create an environment for our children to participate, to become stars, and promote our country and continent. So, we have been driven engagement. Then there was a foreign-centric negative media. Our media was glorifying EPL, not our sportsmen and women here, not our simple clubs or Kiso, Bright Stars. They were relegated into the inside pages. Back pages, this is the part I had with the USPA people at that time, was foreign. Anything, Ronaldo, you know. But in Africa, but that was a very dangerous trend, a foreign-centric negative media. You become foreign-centric, that's satirical enough, and then you also become negative. Put the center at the secretariat and even at the individual clubs. We always argue that when a club really wins sponsorships, it's not because it is an island, it is because it is working within an ecosystem that we have helped to stabilize over the years. We embarked on improving relations at the club level, intra-club relations. With FUFA, we stopped those fights. With the media, I have already mentioned it, and with the Ugandan government, using some of our contacts. And no wonder, in 2016, 17-ish there, we were able to qualify for AFCON. These things don't just come out of the moon. It's about whether people are speaking together, but to have some sense of governance, so that we speak a good language, a good commercial language. We have also tried to enhance staff salaries at the secretariat. When we came in, I think they had gone with like 3 years without pay, right? 3 or 2, yeah. But now their salaries are paid on time. They pay NSSF. They even pay, and they go home and they educate their children. Yeah. On the sporting side, over the years, again, we've been trying our level best to build a competitive and compelling league. At least this is some sort of interest. I usually want to joke that, at least there's something to rush for in the league presently. We've been seeing some significant improvement in terms of stadium attendances. We were disrupted by COVID, of course, but we've seen that also coming in. We've seen improvement in the quality of match venues, especially for those that have really done their best. Starts again with comfort while watching games that were raised last night, but we try our level best to ensure that happens. Club Pro Agenda and others. We've also improved league information and data, especially on the sporting side, but we know there is room for improvement. At least you can go and know what your player is doing, how many minutes or hours he's been running or he's been playing, so that you know when you're comparing this kind of information, it helps you to commercialize. We've, of course, to improve on our sporting, returned awards. Now, under marketing, yes, we have improved league value. I'm sure the activity report will be able to show that, and many others. We've always engaged in CSR activities to the best of our ability. We've built over 50. We've been promoting the league physically at the stadium and also digitally, and also building the brand. At least we no longer sit in those Chikuwa areas. At least we can sit in hotels like this and discuss the brand. In terms of communications, yes, we improved our media presence and visibility. I've already mentioned that. We started a league website that had never been there. There's engagements with fans on the digital space, several media visits that we've been trying to do over the years, and we continue kind of thinking at the level where decisions are supposed to be taken. We have a challenge, we keep having that challenge, but we keep speaking to these people and also trying to occupy those spaces. All of you know, of course, that we have so many now football supporters and fan member of parliament and runs football, but also is a roommate to the speaker who's number 3 in this country. So therefore, at that level, we can now engage properly. Of course, we still have challenges about sports infrastructure, facilities, and equipment. It must be a rallying call for everybody. At every space, we must make some noise. People who make noise in this country are the ones who are listened to. If it means to riot about infrastructure, we have no choice but to have infrastructure in this country. Of course, we still have limited corporate sponsorships, and I insist that one of the reasons is that we still need to define the football audience to the corporate people. They don't understand media audiences. They know them, and therefore it explains why we have limited corporate sponsorships. Pick my smartphone, I can watch your game, so I don't need to come there. So our job is now to how do we also tap into that smartphone audience, what I call a digital audience, and define it for the sponsor. So it's not it shouldn't worry us that people are not coming to the stadium, and as long as they are following us through the digital platforms. This is still audiences, but it's our job to define that audience, package it to potential sponsors. Now, along the years, we have asked about so many distinct opportunities in Ugandan football. We still have remarkable talent here ranking about 14th on the continent. Football still remains a powerful tool for branding Uganda. This is an opportunity to look at. Football is still a job creation and an opportunity to develop talent. Football still remains an opportunity to stimulate business, especially through sports merchandising and equipment sales. Football is still an opportunity for political and social mobilization, which explains why we should engage. Sure that we export people who go to play football, not to go and work as maids. So, of course, football remains a catalyst for foreign direct investment. We saw recently about something that's going to happen around Rugogo. That's FDI. That shows you how sport, especially football, can enhance foreign direct investment. It's a good opportunity to nurture patriotism. This is where all of us, NRM, NOOP, meet and shake hands. How audiences are shifting, how interests are shifting, everything is getting digitized, everything is around artificial intelligence, and so therefore audiences have shifted, even politically. You know, a simple tweet can overthrow a government. I'm sure my friend from UPDF understands this. 2 hours remaining. The next administration to continue what we've done, to continue this process. It's not about one regime overthrowing the other and then starting afresh. No, it must be a continuous process because football transcends all these limited structures. Once we understand that, then we'll be able to move. I thank you very much. But also this note, I would like to introduce to you Mariam Bajenyi. She's a business developer, sports and fitness, but importantly, huge contacts. Please make use of her. Make use of her at your individual levels, but also at a strategic level. We also want to make use of her. If you know Next Media very well, these are people really that have really shaken the media industry, and they have all the connections to some of these sponsors. So thank you, Mariam, for coming. We have a Galactico, Esther Musoke, former marketing director at FA for 8 years. She's a sports marketing consultant at CAF, and also a CAF consultant, by the way, right? And co-founder of African Women in Sports Initiative. Those of you who understand how FA improved in terms of marketing and sponsorships, I think Esther was pivotal before she left for CAF. But we've been trying to. We also have some capacity to sign Galacticos and the Ronaldos of this world in the marketing. And I think Esther is here to hear us, because she was used to FA. Now she needs to see us at the club levels. Engage her, please. Engage her. Rugby has been engaging her. We have to make some quiet fight with rugby. I said, please, okay, come and listen to us and see. Maybe something can happen. Thank you, Esther, for coming. We have Violet Navanova. Where is Violet? Violet Navanova is also a known sales agent. They sell other things, but they need to understand products of this nature to see how to sell them. I'll be introducing more, especially invited guests. I was expecting some people from Ministry of Health, as well as sure that we run the game according to FIFA rules and CAF rules. My humble sister, the Honorable Nachiwara, please come and address us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair, the outgoing chairperson of UPL. Thank you so much for addressing us, and I wish to take this opportunity to thank you for your speech, which was candid and quite elaborate. I know that the members have picked 1 or 2, 3 points out of it. I pay tribute to the executive here, my colleagues from FUFA, more importantly, the chairpersons of the clubs who are here in person, and those who delegated. It's one thing to be present, but it's another yet to delegate. So I thank those who accepted to be having a big league. But having said that, we are looking out for a much more interesting season that is beginning. Actually, there's a game this afternoon, and I know that we are all ready to begin the season and make this season much more interesting than it was in the previous season. I also wish to extend my warm welcome to the promoted clubs. Here I'll really sound out Nick. I'll sound out, can you kindly stand up for an applause? Next CEO, you're most welcome to the winning team, the first division clubs. And FC, the CEO is here. We were with him through the night. You're very, very welcome to the winning area, and you'll have a good time with his members. We also have to welcome Kitara. The relationship between UPL and FUFA is legal. It's a mother to child. UPL is a brand, is a product of the federation. It's a legal product of federation. Call it a mother to child. So more often than not, I find people saying, you find a child saying, no, you're my mother, but I don't like you. I don't do this. I can take that. I want to be independent. But it's a biological, symbiotic relationship. That yes, I am here and I am your mother. We can always agree to disagree, but the relationship cannot be withdrawn. So if you remember that fact at all times, try to build together. Someone I was sharing with me in office and said, for me, I get annoyed so fast. I don't know why I get annoyed so fast. When I stand up, I don't want to sit down. When I argue, then I said, to cancel you, just call me. Be proud. No, I'm not looking for spoons. One time President Museveni was saying, for me, I take long to look at the spoons and forks in the house or whether the curtains were drawn. I leave that to Mama. Then, as if we were taking it lightly, but when I reflected on it, I said, I think someone is reserving time for the strategic that is being extended to us as clubs. The medical aid, I thank Humphrey for being at the forefront. It's a real fight because, you know, getting medical aid in Uganda is not always been undertaken by ascension of the bill by the president. We had, you can imagine, since the 1960s, when the bill that things that are not anywhere, probably those managers were there, but now they are no longer there. So we can proudly say that lobbying and advocacy to some extent has been achieved. Then representation. Yes, representation is a role that FUFA has day in, day out executed. The marketing, the joint marketing, you have seen these programs running on TVs and everywhere. And football development, here you look at the very team members from your teams going on to the national team, being given exposure, and then being trained, the CEOs being trained, the provisions for pharmaco. Some people say, I won't even attend pharmaco to